And we're here today with recording artist Ricky Jarman, our first time being able to sit face to face with him. Ricky, thank you so much for the time today.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to be here.
Well, look, I knew when I was visiting New York that you were one person I wanted to sit down with. First of all, to tell you how proud I am of you, man, and all the great things you've been able to do. But also, I mean, to really congratulate you on the way you've been able to bring your fans in. I mean, what has this ride been like for you to not only do what you love, but then to have your fans being able to support you?
Well, it's been a journey to say the least. There's been ups and downs. Thankfully, my fans have always been there for me. I can't thank them enough because, without them, I'm nothing.
Right.
And, I love the fact that I was able to put things in motion to come up here to New York City. Moving from North Carolina to New York is a big change. Being here in the Big Apple, there's a lot of competition, and it's really forced me to get out of my comfort zone, to push harder, to work harder, and just to keep that optimistic, point of view on everything that I'm doing. And there's some great things happening, and I'm really pleased with how things are going, and I hope that it continues.
I know it will. Ricky, we're going to let our viewers know later on how they can stay connected with you. I want to talk about the passion, though. I mean, when did you first realize that music was something that you couldn't live without?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I've been so passionate about music for like a majority of my life. I remember even going as far back as first grade. We had like a classroom talent show, I guess you'd say, and I chose to dance to a song by MC Hammer. And at the time, I wasn't, professionally trained, so I did a lot of freestyling and just let the music take over. And then I remember also I sang Bob Aran. I don't know how many people would know that song because it's a really old, like Motown type song. But, ever since that time, I kept, just pursuing music in different facets. And fourth grade, I was able to perform live for the first time on a semi-professional level. I sang "As Long as You Love Me" by the Backstreet Boys with a childhood best friend, and we were on stage in my sister's dance recital. So there was a nice sized audience, I guess you'd say. And even though it was very raw and I was just starting out my career at that time, it was like the most memorable situation I could have been in because the crowd went wild. We had great crowd appeal, and I just let loose, and there was this fire inside of me that became addicting. It's kind of like a drug. It's a natural high to be on stage, to let the emotions of the music take over, to express yourself. I would say that I'm an outgoing person, but in the same sense, being able to be on stage and express myself in that way, there's a part of me that comes out that you may not normally see on a regular basis if you were just, hanging out with me. I'm a very chill guy, so I amp things up and everything when I get on stage.
Yeah. And I should say, you don't only amp things up on stage as a recording artist, but you've been doing quite a bit of modeling lately and getting a lot of features as far as magazines, a lot of articles. I mean, what has that been like for you to see your face on the cover of a magazine, to be able to be in these great photo shoots? I mean, what has that experience been like?
Well, it's been great. I'm glad that I've had those opportunities to be able to learn and grow, not just as an artist, but as a person. Being able to become more comfortable with my own body, and to, the reaction of others with those magazine features has been definitely a confidence booster, and it's just really made me want to like work even harder. You see the appeal that people get to you when you have these opportunities, and it makes you want to go out and find even bigger and better opportunities. Modeling's always been a part of my personal career. My parents wanted me to be well-rounded, and my mom's a photographer, so I've had those chances to be able to grow in that area. But I think to be a successful artist these days, you have to be able to be multi-talented. You need to be able to look good for the camera, act well for the camera, perform well on stage, be able to express yourself well in interviews. And I'm not perfect by any means, but I definitely am grateful for the opportunities that I've had to be able to become the person I am now.
Yeah. Well, you always do great with our interviews, so we always appreciate that. Again, everyone, Ricky Jarman is our guest for this segment. We're discussing with him not only about his journey in music, but also and how he's been able to pursue his loves in life. Let's talk about the fans, because you have an amazing fan base, not only person to person, Ricky, but also through social media where people around the world
Right.
are able to connect with you, especially because of the attention you've been getting. I mean, have you gotten used to that, knowing that you have fans you've never met that are rooting for you to succeed?
That I don't think you could ever get used to, because it's the beauty of being able to meet somebody new every day. I think having that opportunity really helps you to open your eyes and know that there's people from all different walks of life. They have all different types of backgrounds. They experience all different types of stuff, and you kind of be able to live those experiences with them as they share them with you as a person, or with me, I guess,
Right.
without speaking generally.
Hmm.
And to get to know them on a personal level it's a beautiful thing, and I'm really grateful for that, because my biggest thing is I want to be a positive role model. I want to encourage people, to live optimistically, to just be the best person that they can be. And everybody has different levels of success, and everybody's level of being the best they can be is different as well. And learning to love people for who they are, I think, is a big lesson that I've learned through meeting all types of people.
Right, right. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, I think is really important, is the pursuit of the dream, and the fact that you have not allowed, Ricky, and I've seen this over the years that I've gotten to know you, the years I've had you on the radio show especially, that you don't box yourself in. I mean, musically, you're not afraid to try new things.
Right.
I mean, even, of course, when it comes to just being able to, as you said, to diversify things, when it comes to modeling, and then, of course, being able to act, and then, with the music. I mean, where did you find the courage to do that, to not allow yourself to be defined by just one thing?
Well, I think my biggest fear has always been the fear of missing the boat, missing out on opportunities. And I don't want to be somebody who looks back with regrets and thinks about, what could have been. So, the only way to know success is to know failure. And I definitely am not going to say that I've done every single thing that I've wanted to, or the way I've wanted to do it, but there's a lot of things that I have done, and I felt that I've achieved, a good amount of success so far. So I would never want to be held in a box, because with that, it just means that I would miss out on opportunities, and I would have that regret factor come into play. So, you only live once. I just want to, try and live it to the fullest.
Right. Well, you've definitely been able to do that. Congratulations to you again, Rick, on everything. How can our viewers stay connected with you and what's coming up next for you?
They can stay connected with me through all the social media platforms. The best way to get connected with me on all of those platforms would be my website. So it's just rickyjarman.com, and the way you spell my last name is Jarman. And when you go to my website, you can check out a lot of my music videos, my past musical works, and you can get connected with me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, you name it.
All right. Well, Ricky, we'll definitely be doing that. Encourage our viewers to do the same. And, man, looking forward to the next visit with you when we're in NYC.
Definitely.
All right.